HiRevz Media is sponsored by Born to Ride Motorcycle Magazine. Check out borntoride.com. Alright guys, so we're back working on the chopper again, and obviously you know from the last video that that didn't work. We did try a couple other things, never could get anything to hold, so we decided to go with this. So this is the BDL belt drive system. This is the one that actually fits an FLT or an FXR with the 5-speed transmission and the electric start. Took a while to figure out exactly which one to get. But I'll link it in the description. These are available on our site, HiRevzGarage.com. So through V-Twin, and BDL makes some of the best belt drives. So should be pretty neat, and we'll just start tearing it apart. All right guys, so I got the cover off, and yours might have oil in it, so you want to drain the oil. This one was pretty empty. I'm gonna wipe it out some. And the next thing we're gonna do is start taking apart this clutch basket assembly, and show you how to do that. All right guys, the first thing I want to do is measure this, and I've already marked it right where I'm at, and it's even pretty much all the way around. So that tells me where I'm at now. So I'll take all this out. It may change some. I'm going to an aluminum basket, being the BDL, but I just want to see where I'm at, kind of mark it. And because this is your pressure plate, your springs, and that's your actual plates that go against the clutch packs. So what we've got to do, if you start taking these off, they're going to start flying. So we don't want to do that. You've got detents in here to adjust these by. And this is your actual, essentially, take up for your clutch. You may have a rod, depending on which model you have. But that's your adjustment there. So what we want to do is take this nut off and put a washer down in that. So this is a 9/16. And I'm just going to take the nut loose. We don't have to worry about it coming apart or anything like that, because all of this is together. So lock it down first gear, see if that'll do it for us. There we go. Get that broke loose. Pull this off. And then we want to find a washer. There's a couple different things you can use, but you want to put it down on top of that, and that is not going to work because it's exactly the same size. So we got to find something that'll fit in here, and then I can put the nut back down on it, hold pressure on this, so we can just take it off as one piece. Let me figure that out. All right guys, so I made this plate. This is just a big washer cut down the side so it'll fit in here. And now the adjusting stem, just going to twist this out a little ways just to get a few threads. Obviously this adjustment is changing some, and that's okay. So we're gonna get it out just a little ways here, and then put our nut on here, and then bolt that up a little bit, and that'll take the pressure off the springs. Tighten that up just a bit. There we go. So the pressure's off the springs now, so these can just be taken off here. Everything is oily. My hands are wet. Anyways, pull these off of here, and then we can slide this whole thing off. together. So now this should slide right off of those studs like that, and then this whole piece stays together. Now we can start pulling the plates out. So the plates will just come out together. You can keep up with them. They're just alternating back and forth. And this looks like a fairly new clutch in here. Looks really good. I mean, there's a little wear there, but not bad at all. So pull those out. All right, guys, the basket is empty. So now I'm gonna take this adjuster off, another 9/16 here. We'll take this loose and pull this all the way off, get out of the way, because that's gonna become a roller now. And then we're gonna go ahead and take off the front here, get out of the way, and then we'll pull the basket out. All right, guys, so this one is regular thread. This one is left-hand thread. So on this one, it is 1.5, and I've got this big Milwaukee on here. It just busted it right loose a minute ago, so it's good to go. So I'll take all this out of here, and then put that off. Start pulling this apart, and pulling the other side apart. All right, guys, I just busted this one loose, and looks like it's like 1.8 to get it off there. Like I said, this one is left-hand thread, so that's got to come off from there, and then this has to come loose. I've already got this all torn down. That's the other pieces right over here. So this is torn down, ready to come off. Now this one may just be seized on a bit. Get it off of there. Out of there without taking a finger off. So work on that next. All right, guys, everything is pulled off, and the main section here that goes on, it just kind of goes onto this taper here, and there's a keyway there that holds it in place, and then your nut holds all that down. Now, there's a bearing in here, and it's probably an open bearing that needs to be switched to a sealed bearing, because you're not gonna have oil on it. Somebody has already done me a favor and put a sealed bearing in here. There's a nice seal right there. So I didn't even need to take that off. I could have just left that on there and just kept going. But anyways, now I can get everything nice and clean in here and tighten these back down. I did notice that this had loosened itself back up. So tighten those back down and get it back together. All right, guys, make sure you check out the website. We've added thousands and thousands of awesome motorcycle parts. We've got apparel on there. We've got extended front forks, fenders, frames, anything you can think of. Check it out.